Hey guys, so guess who made a comeback? It's your favorite girl, Jaclyn Hill. So Jaclyn Hill actually deactivated her Twitter and Instagram and hasn't been heard from since then. If you need a little recap of what happened until now, here it goes. Jaclyn Hill released 20 nude lipsticks for her first Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics launch, which is her brand. They were supposed to be perfect and the best, and just like the best thing you'll ever put on your lips, basically. They actually arrived with like beads in them, sweating, metal pieces, plastic pieces, a weird funky expired lipstick smell, which we all know what that smells like if you've used lipsticks before, and melting. Now, one girl said it on Twitter. Jaclyn attacked her before knowing the truth, and then everyone else started coming out saying the same thing, and all of a sudden Jaclyn was like, oh, I'm sorry, when she should have just believed the girl because she is her customer, and as a CEO you're supposed to take all feedback, whether positive or negative, with kind of an open mind. She also said that she used the best lab in America, where there were pictures coming out of dogs and cats in the actual lab, and it does have like a 1-star review somewhere. She said that the fibers on the lipsticks came from gloves. They used material gloves, like fiber gloves, instead of rubber ones, because that would leave less marks on the metal component. First of all, that doesn't actually comply with the FDA, so your lipstick wouldn't be FDA approved if you had used fiber gloves. At first, she gave replacements instead of refunds, and the replacements were actually worse than the original lipsticks that she sent out. So imagine getting a replacement for your lipstick that's actually worse than said lipstick. And then she did a refund instead of a recall. A recall is something most brands have to do when a product just isn't safe to use. Even like IKEA will have a little board that says all the products that have been recalled. If you're finding metal shards in lipstick, your lipstick isn't safe. If your lipstick has an expired smell, it's not a safe lipstick. If your lipstick cuts someone's lips, it is not a safe lipstick, and it is a recall, not a refund kind of a situation. So I'm not sure why she did a refund. She had ordered a lab test. Now, when the actual thing came up, it was figured out very quickly that the lab test was ordered way before the scandal came through, and also it was ordered by Morphe. So people now think that Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics is owned by Morphe. She attacked fans instead of addressing the situation, while also reposting positive reviews of her lipstick while ignoring the negative side, which is very childish. She then deactivated her social media, and her mum and ex-husband were the ones addressing the situation while also blaming all the customers and the negative attention, instead of blaming their daughter or ex-wife for releasing unsafe products. And then she made a video explanation, which is where we are right now. The video explanation is 20 minutes. It's currently 1 million views as of recording this video, with 65,000 likes and 17,000 dislikes. I can give some positive points. I am a fair human being. She had her makeup done, she had a cute outfit on, no grey jumpers, she had a backdrop, and it was edited. So it was a professional video. It wasn't a sob video. It wasn't a video where you click on it and you automatically feel bad. You're like, oh, what happened to you? Why do you look like that? I wrote down a breakdown of what happens at each minute, and I'm gonna, in a way, nitpick. The reason why I'm nitpicking is because it's Jaclyn Hill. I would not be nitpicking if this was literally anyone else, but because it's Jaclyn Hill, I just have to, because I'm sick and tired of her half-assed apologies and explanations for things that can be easily debunked and easily broken down. And I just want to show you guys how this is just another sales talk. This is another forgive me and then buy my Morphe stuff. Forgive me and buy more of my launches. Forgive me and hand me more money. At the start, for the first minute 50, she's fidgeting a lot. She's using words like I'm terrified or I'm uncomfortable, that she doesn't want to do this. I guess it's supposed to make you feel bad for her. She sighs 3 times. Like, you know when people make fun of like the typical YouTuber apology where it's like and then they start talking? Yeah, she did that 3 times in the first minute 50 or something like that. She then goes on to say that she loves her fans, that you are her friends, and she refers to you guys as friends all the time. She mentions her anxiety and depression. Gotta kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I guess. Her abusive relationship and her divorce. All in less than a minute, like 55 seconds. Is there a reason why all of that came in the first 3 minutes of the video? Is that just like an initial, please feel bad for me before I continue to speak? I want you to already feel bad for me before I even continue with this explanation. I usually am not one to blame people's mental health or in any way make them feel bad about it. But when you're doing an explanation as a CEO of a company of why your first launch was unsafe for people to use, and in the first 3 minutes, you've already mentioned anxiety, depression, your abusive relationship, and a divorce, I just can't explain this any other way as I am the victim, you're going to feel bad for me. She then says that others have advised her to not speak, but she loves you guys so much that she's just doing you this massive honor and this massive favor of even making this video. It just sounds a lot like, look at all these people that have advised me not to talk to you, and I'm so good and so nice to you that I'm going to make this video where I say nothing at all, where I make no explanations whatsoever and I don't make anything clear at all. But here I am just sitting down and talking to you guys, giving you the honor of hearing my voice. It sounds very like, you're welcome. She then says that she thanks people for positivity, kindness. Basically, if you weren't positive and you left a negative review or any negative feedback, gave any kind of constructive criticism, you are not appreciated around here. She only appreciates positivity, kindness, and positive reviews. That's it. If you said anything negative, even if it was valid, she does not appreciate you. She only appreciates the positive feedback. As a CEO of a company, you frankly should appreciate the negative feedback more than the positive. The positive usually comes from people that are very huge fans of you or your company, and positive feedback usually tends to be the same thing over and over again. Negative feedback, however, allows you to progress. You know? Do you see where I'm coming from? Negative feedback or constructive criticism allows you to move forward, be a better brand, make better products, because it's something you can build on. You know, if you keep on hearing that like this thing is good, you're going to keep on making it, but you're never really going to progress. You're going to keep on staying at this steady level. If you hear negative criticism, you're finally going to progress. You're going to make better stuff because you know what areas to improve. So you should actually appreciate constructive criticism, and you should actually appreciate negativity because it helps you grow. Now, she, does this whole thank you for the positivity and stuff. It's usually done to young fans. It is a way of basically saying, I want you to only be kind to me, otherwise I will not appreciate you. So young fans will never leave negative feedback because they want to be appreciated by their favorite YouTuber. So if a YouTuber says, I appreciate all this kindness and positivity in this like tough time, you're going to see nothing but positivity because people want to be appreciated. She then at minute 5, on 5 minutes of the video now, she says, let's jump into it. And what does she not do? Jump into it. She then says that people will pick this video apart. And here I am picking this video apart. It's like she's already excusing anything that we're going to say by saying, like, I already know people are going to like nitpick and stuff, but like, just listen to me. Like, it's a very good way to be like, ignore all those people. Like, we know they're going to do that. We know they're going to nitpick this video. But just focus on this. Focus on this love and family and friendship we have. Just ignore these drama channels. Ignore them. We know they're going to speak. Just focus on this. It's a very easy way to kind of make people feel like, we exclude those. This is all there is. Just me and you. She actually starts talking, kind of, about the topic that we're here for at 7:20 out of this 20-minute long video. We now have less than 13 minutes left to hear what she has to say about basically cutting people's lips open, because the first 7 minutes was a way to play mind games with you guys. So at some point she says that she had the best lab and she spent all this money, which like, she's still sticking with that story. She's still sticking with the narrative of my lab was the best lab ever, when we've seen pictures of animals in there and it's got a 1-star rating, and Marlene Estelle came out and said that she worked with that lab before and it was bad, and she told Jaclyn it was bad and she still went along with it. So why are we still sticking with the narrative of this being the best lab in America? Because if this was the best lab in America, they would work with a lot of other big companies, and I don't see any other big companies having metal shards in their lipsticks. So it's not the best lab in America, and you're just saying that to be like, oh, I did everything I could and it still failed, poor me. She then says that she will not address any rumors because she doesn't have time for that, and it will take 2 hours to address all rumors, and she's just not going to do that. Which to me sounds a lot like, you know what, you guys don't even deserve for me to like address this. But it also sounds like I have nothing to say because most of it is true, and I will either have to admit to all my mistakes or cover lies with more lies and more lies. When she says, I will not address the rumors because it will make this video 2 hours long, then make this video 2 hours long. Make it 10 if you need to, because this is your company. This is your baby that you are now trying to save. So I don't understand why you're like, oh, like I don't have time to even address these rumors. It's like, yes, you do. I sure hope you do. Because apparently you love your fans and your company so much that you can't afford to spend 2 hours just addressing some rumors and explaining the problems with your products. This video should have addressed everything that needed to be addressed, and it didn't. And at this point, I realized this video was absolutely pointless, and we are now on minute 8. So we have 12 minutes left, and I already know that I hate it. At 8:45, she finally apologizes, finally got their boys and girls. Then she says that she trusted the wrong people, which is a classic Jaclyn Hill, blaming others instead of blaming herself. Even if other people are to blame, this is your company with your name on it and you're the CEO. If other people fuck up, essentially you fucked up because you let them fuck up. At 9:50, she says she'll open up later to tell you guys what's been going on and that she couldn't sleep at night, which is blaming technically the customers for her poor mental health.
I trusted the wrong people. Honestly, I could not sleep at night. I could not sleep. Just seeing what I was seeing online, I was just so disturbed and so just out of my mind, you guys. And I'm going to open up later when it's a better time, because now isn't the time for me to sit here and talk to you about what I've gone through the past couple of weeks. But when the time is right, I really do want to sit down and open up with you guys.
It's that typical, like, I'll tell you guys what's been going on in my life. I've been in a dark place. I couldn't sleep just looking at these photos. And it's this like, oh, feel bad for me. Like, almost makes the customers feel bad. It's not just like you feel bad for someone, it's you feel bad for making them feel that way, which is even worse because it's not anyone's fault for receiving bad lipsticks. It's only her fault. She calls you guys family again and again, and I understand it from like a YouTuber standpoint. We're like, oh, we're like a big family, but during this video it almost made it sound like because we're a family it is a way of avoiding criticism, because you're usually less harsh on family than you are on strangers, and Jaclyn Hill is a stranger whether you like it or not. It's that YouTuber fan culture where if you call someone your family and you engrave that in your fans' brains, they'll think you guys are family and they'll be less harsh on you and criticize you less because you're family. And family is less harsh on each other. Like, family members don't really go off that much. It's a way of, once again, just softening the blows. She said she fired people, hired new people, and got a new lab, which there's no evidence of that, so we just have to wait and see for future launches how they go. But I just don't know if people should trust any future launches for your own health and safety. She then starts talking about social media. You know, she makes very good points about being a boss and a CEO and how it's not usually what it's made to look like. You usually feel like it'll be easy and breezy and you'll feel so like good about yourself and your ego will be just like through the roof. But really it's hard work, and I don't think Jaclyn Hill was ready for that. And she makes very good points. But she says she hasn't watched any gossip channels, but what she said was pretty much word for word what I said. Maybe it's a coincidence, but she says that she didn't watch any gossip channels because she knew there would be nothing there of value to her and nothing that will help her, which I think is a pretty ignorant statement to make, because first of all, just a few minutes ago, you said something that I pretty much said word for word in my video before you said it. So clearly, if we got the same outlook on things, that would have been valuable to you because you thought it as well. And I am technically a gossip channel. So that's pretty an ignorant statement. You almost make it sound like we don't know what we're talking about in any way, shape or form. And we're just these like big dummies, big dum-dums that have nothing good to say. When sometimes the things we say are actually true and valid. And they're valid criticisms that you should probably take into consideration. Because we usually speak for the majority. It's like these channels are like a big speaker for other people to express their opinions. We see comments, we see reactions, we take those and we put them out there. So watching drama channels is just like reading thousands of comments at the same time. You kind of get a variety of opinions. She then talks about how she deactivated Instagram and Twitter and she deleted both of the apps because she just needed to get back into the groove of things. Now, I understand deleting the app is just a way of like clearing your mind, clearing your brain, feeling good about yourself. But is that why she deactivated as well? I feel like deleting the app is enough to not use it. You don't actually have to deactivate it and then delete the app to not use it. There must be something else to it. If you don't want to see anything about you, you can just delete the app but leave the account up to look more professional. It would have just looked more professional while still being good for your mental health, because that is important. Regardless of what you think drama channels say or do, or what we live for. We do care about people's mental health, and I feel like if you needed to delete the apps and take a break, that's perfectly fine, but just leave the accounts up, make it look professional. The rest from 14 minutes onwards, which is we've got about 6 minutes left, is about depression, her love for her fans, how grateful she is, how much she appreciates you. Then at some point she says sorry to the original girl, that the first girl that said there was a problem with the lipsticks. She says that she privately DM'd the girl and that the girl forgave her, which is all good and well. I'm glad that got sorted out, and I'm glad that she publicly made that apology now, because it was very out of line. But that's it. She said so much while saying nothing at all. If you look at my breakdown of this video, she really said nothing. So I'm just very disappointed by this video comeback. I feel like it could have been done much better, much better, with more explaining, more rumors being addressed, because I feel like that is a big part of this whole scandal. It's not the lipsticks themselves, it's the rumors surrounding it. Now, people are saying that she's a very good sales talk person because she's actually got a few Morphe collabs planned for 2019, which means she needs to do some damage control before people are willing to spend their money on her again. This is provided by T by Ali, and she basically showed that she's got a few things coming up, like a little Morphe primer and things like that. Is this a collab, or is this Morphe just ordering products for her? Because clearly they're involved in some way, since Morphe ordered the lab tests. So there must be some kind of a thing there. There are a few comments on the video which I would like to just go over very quickly, because I think they're very valid criticisms, which we know Jaclyn loves very much. Someone said, how can you upload a 19-minute video and not say anything? This is not what the public is expecting from her. She is just talking to herself, reassuring that everything will be fine. She should talk to her audience and consumers. Well, this was a very carefully worded and coordinated waste of time. More than half of this video is Jaclyn telling us what she is going to be telling us in the video. Please, you haven't posted makeup tutorials regularly for a couple of years. The only time you post a tutorial is before the launch of a new product. How can you say that you love making videos on YouTube? So hypocritical. Sorry, but that is the truth. She did in the video say that her biggest passion is tutorials and YouTube videos when she doesn't post much for someone who claims it's their passion. I used to respect you, now I'm so embarrassed for you. The amount of ignorance you have for your privilege is astounding. You are not our friend, we are not yours. This was an excuse video, not an apology. These are all the top comments as well. Not like I've nitpicked these videos. These weren't difficult to find. They were the first comments on the video. My relationship with you guys is so important. Translation, more things for sale coming soon. You cannot be for real. The fact that you're still refusing to acknowledge the real issue is a joke. This video was your segue into your next Morphe launch. Unbelievable. It's so funny when YouTubers say my subscribers are best, I love them, they cure my depression, they help my anxiety, I love communicating with them. What a lie. The actual translation is, I need you guys to make money. Jaclyn Hill talking just to hear herself talk for 20 minutes straight. Oh God, please stop. I feel so much secondhand embarrassment for you. How is it that after all of this, not only do you not address the concerns about your lipsticks, but you mention your future projects? Talks about how busy she's been during her disconnect, hiring and rehiring, etc. A few minutes later says she hasn't left her house in weeks. Listen, I get needing a social media break and all that, but you owe everyone a proper explanation and apology for everything that went down. You keep saying that tutorials are your passion, but when's the last time you did one? What the is the point of this video if you aren't going to address the rumors and you just want to talk to us? So you're going to let your company fall even more than it has already. We have been waiting for a long time for a response and you still don't say anything. I can't understand why you were so confident up front in those lipsticks when you know you worked with people, Morphe, who produce low quality cheap ass products. I can't believe you actually thought you were making a quality product. Doesn't make sense to me. She seems like the classic mean girl in high school, apologizing but in a way that makes you feel even worse than before. She's come back to YouTube to tell everyone that she's not going to give up and do what she does and come to YouTube when she needs to promote her products to her audience so that she could sell and make more money. I smell a full launch coming at Jaclyn Cosmetics. I'm 7 minutes in and she didn't say a word about what this should be about. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything in the comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos whenever something happens, so turn on notifications and you know when that's happening. Follow me on all my socials, they will be in the description down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!